do is I want to give you an idea of the basic concept of how to answer. So we're going to work right now on even though and as, getting very comfortable with it so that we know exactly what it is. So first we have to make sure that we want to review and understand the meaning. So you know even though is like however, and as is like I agree, right?
Yes.
So let's give you a simple sentence. So the sentence is I like chocolate. I don't eat chocolate. Okay. So can you make a sentence with that
Mm-hmm.
using even though? Go
Yes.
ahead.
I like chocolate even though I don't eat chocolate.
Excellent. Excellent. That's it. Very simple, right? Good?
Mm-hmm. Thanks.
All right, good. Now, as you know, is agreement. As is agreement with another source of information.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever you say as, it means agree. So we got that, right?
Yes.
Okay. So now the difficulty is when you're looking at information. So let's just imagine that you have a conversation and you hear that solution 1 is good for the following reasons. +1, +2. And it's bad for the following reasons. -3 and -4. So you actually get 2 pieces of information for why solution 1 is good and 2 pieces of information for why solution 1 is bad, right?
Yes.
So this makes sense to you so far, correct?
Yes.
Okay, good. So let's say I want to support solution 1. So how would I support solution 1? I would say solution 1, using our structure, solution 1 is very, very good. Because even though -3 and -4, as the student said, +1 and +2. Got it?
Yes.
So by taking away the words, we simplify it and get to the root of what it is to play with even though and as. So now what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to explain to me, but explain to me why solution 1 is bad. Tell me why solution 1 is bad. So use the structure. Solution 1 is not good because. Go ahead and begin. Solution 1.
Solution 1 is not good because number 3 and number 4.
Nope. You got to use the structure. Even
Even
though and
even
as.
though.
Wait. Start from the beginning. And don't forget, you have to use the words positive and negative, right? Just
Yes.
the way I did. Clear and comfortable and with the whole structure. Take the time that you need. So tell me, why is solution 1 bad?
Solution 1 is bad because even though -3 and -4.
As the students discussed.
I should know. I should say.
Good. Now stop. Pause. Wait. Look at the screen.
Yes.
And try again. Solution 1.
Solution 1 is not good because even though +1 and +2 are good, because
No.
-3.
Even though and as. Don't forget your grammar. So you have a sentence, right? Your sentence is, let's say, I eat apples. That's a complete sentence, correct?
Yes.
Okay, good. Even though is an adverb clause. Even though I hate apples, I eat apples. Correct?
Yes.
Okay, so this is complexity. That's why I teach you guys this, because it's not easy. By adding the word as, you add another adverb. Right? Even though I hate apples, as you told me, I eat apples. Right? Now, the tricky part is that this information right here represents adverb clauses. This in black is your main sentence. Understand?
Yes.
Now, when you use the word because, this whole thing, it's a little bit complicated, so I'm going to put that in brown right there. This whole thing becomes an adverb clause. So it's very complex. And what you're saying is, I like solution 1. That's your main sentence now. And this becomes part of the adverb clause. So first you say, I like solution 1. And then you say, I like solution 1 because I eat apples. But you add extra information. I like solution 1. Let me make this punctuation correct because I know you guys are learning even as you're watching. So, I like solution 1 because I eat apples. Then you add adverb clauses. I like solution 1 because even though I hate apples, I eat apples. And then you add another adverb clause. I like solution 1 because even though I hate apples, as you told me, I eat apples. Do you understand this?
Yes.
So that's why I stopped you and explained this, because you said, I like solution 1 because even though I hate apples, because as you told me, because I eat apples. No, no, no. There's just one because. Does that make sense?
Yes. You said I said because in front of I eat apples?
You said because more than once. We don't need to say because more than once. We only need it once.
Yes.
Got it? Clear?
In this sentence, it's clear.
Good. In any sentence, it can be clear, because I can say something like this. You know, just remember, it's just levels of explanation. I like apples because they are sweet. Because they have sugar. Because that's the way they were made. Whatever, right? So
Yes.
this because is connected to why you like apples.
Yes.
This because is connected to why they're sweet. This because is connected to why they have sugar. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So you have to make sure that you understand the use of these adverb clauses, and you can make an infinitely complex sentence. So the reason why I teach the even though and as to you guys is because I see it as a way for you to show very strong fluency with your manipulation of even though and as and all that stuff. Because it's a very complex sentence. I like solution 1 because I eat apples. I like solution 1 because even though I hate apples, as you told me, I eat apples. Do you understand a little bit better?
Yes.
Okay, now, don't worry about this. The structure takes care of it. You know, you just follow the structure and you'll be fine. So I want you to repeat after me. Solution 1 is good because.
Solution 1 is good because.
Even though as.
Solution 1 is good because.
Even though as. Don't say it, just say those words. Solution 1 is good because even though as.
Solution 1 is good because even though as.
Now, solution 1 is bad because even though as.
Solution 1 is bad because even though as.
Good, but don't feel uncomfortable. Why are you slowing down? Don't write anything down. This is part of your memory now. I don't want you to have to write it or read it. You have to recite it. It's in your brain or it's not going to work. So 2 things. If you haven't memorized that, that's the first issue. Nothing else will help you until you master that. So repeat to me the structure of question number 5. So here's the structure. I'm going to help you. The man's problem is that the students discuss 2 solutions. First, second. If I were the man, I would choose the second solution. The first isn't very good because even though as. The second is better because even though as. That's why I would choose the second solution. Does that make sense?
Yes.
It's something we learned from step 1. I want you to do the same thing. Repeat the structure for me, please. The man's. Repeat the structure. The man's.
The man. You mean say everything?
Yes.
Yes. The man's problem is that and two students discuss the solutions. If I were the man, I would choose the second solution.
No. First, second. Try again.
Yeah.
From the beginning.
Problem.
Look at the screen. From the beginning.
The man's problem is that, and the students discuss 2 solutions. First, second, if I were the man, I would choose the second solution. The first solution is not good because even though as the second solution is better because even though as, that's why the man should choose the second solution.
Good. Do it again.
The man's problem is that the students discuss two solutions. First, second, if I were the man, I would choose the second solution. The first solution is not good because even though as, the second solution is best because even though as, that's
Good.
why.
Good. That's why I would choose. Now, don't lose your structure. You don't have to write it down. You have it memorized. Just because you have something that's a little bit difficult doesn't mean you have to lose that basic part that you mastered in step one. Got it?
Yes.
Good. So now, I'm going to repeat to you. Okay, solution, now listen to me carefully. Solution one is good because even though -3 and -4, as the students discussed, +1 and +2. But I want you to be focusing on the screen because you have to see and arrange that information. So now tell me, why is solution one bad? Tell me why solution one is bad. Begin.
Solution one is bad because even though +1 and +2, as the man said, -3 and -4.
That's it. Now, we're going to try again. We're going to try with something different. Okay, so tell me, why is solution one good? Begin.
Solution one is good because even though -3 and -4 as +A and
No. You have another one there. Try again.
Solution one is good because even though -3, -4, -5.
Good, but try again. You have to use and. Don't lose your grammar. Don't lose your structure. Right? And. So, good job. Try again.
Solution one is good because even though -3 and -3, -4 and -5 as +A and +R.
Good, and you could just say as the man said. You know, who cares? It's just a practice, so it doesn't have to be exact. So now tell me, why is solution one bad? Why is solution one bad? Go ahead and begin.
Solution one is bad because even though +A and +R, as the man said, -3 and -4 and -5.
Good. It's okay to say and more than twice. You know, you just want to make it flow. Because I know that I believe that you hesitated in saying -5 because you were thinking, oops, I said and. I'm saying and again. Am I correct?
Maybe. You said say and, that's you mean between A and R and between 3 and 4, 5?
Yeah, see, that's what I mean. So two things. It doesn't matter. Just say, of course, you know how to use and, right? So you just use it. You can use it more than once. So for example, even though we know how to say it, you can say as many times as you want. The goal is to be smooth, to be fluid, and not to try to be perfect with grammar to the point that it makes you hesitate in something that should be easy. Because the reason why I brought that up is because you said -5. -5 is really easy. It's right on the screen. So what you're doing is you're showing me, the person listening, that -5 is difficult for you to say. So you don't want to well, I have to be careful because you do want to take your time to think, but not about that. That's too simple. Don't lose the overall presentation of strength by speaking smoothly, by speaking quickly, by thinking to yourself about how to use a word like and. You know what I mean? Don't sacrifice the strength of a sentence for, should I have said the instead of am? You know, should I have used a or am there? Don't, remember, you want to think about what you're saying, not the grammar and the mechanics. That's what you focus on outside. Right now you're just focusing on delivery. Is that clear?
Focusing on what?
Your delivery, the information
Yeah,
that you're
yes,
saying.
yes. Uh-huh.
Is that clear?
Yes.
I was a little bit hard on you. That's because you've been with me for a while, so I want to make sure to kind of pound it into you. So
That's what I need, I think.
and you know I'm here to help you, so there's nothing crazy. But I also do that because I just want to destroy those other things. You know, I want, like, why are you hesitating for a structure that you memorized before? You know, why are you writing that down? That's a waste of your energy, a waste of your time. That's in your brain. Just recall it. You know, you want to use basic grammar that you've understood. Don't overanalyze. Keep it simple. Let us evaluate you while you're speaking. Don't evaluate yourself while you're speaking. That's why you want to record yourself and then listen and then correct, but not during. Not during. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So, Kyunhee,
Yes.
do you understand now, with greater clarity, how to use even though and as?
I understand, but for me, it takes time when I say,
Of course it takes
especially,
time, but do you recognize how to use it? And do you recognize the basic idea of it?
yes.
So if it takes time and practice, then that's what you take time to practice until you master it.
Mm-hmm.
But do you now feel that with what you learned in this tutoring session, that you are better able to master question number 5?
Yes.